Welcome to Discipleship Hoops Podcast, where basketball meets purpose. This isn't just about mastering skills on the court, it's about developing the complete athlete. We're here to help young players grow stronger, smarter, and more skilled while deepening their character and strengthening their faith. At Discipleship Hoops, we believe basketball is more than a game. It's a platform for transformation, teaching discipline, teamwork, and resilience. Together, let's empower the next generation of leaders to excel both on and off the court. This is Discipleship Hoops through basketball.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to the latest and greatest edition of the Discipleship Hoops podcast. A little different venue today, like I say. But first, thank you, everyone, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, just all those things out there. Appreciate all the support and love. And with the continuation of bringing you just phenomenal guests that the basketball aficionados in the great state of Mississippi, for the basketball world out there. A lot of you may not know this guy to my left, but I've been watching him, 2-3 years now. I've been watching him from afar and had the pleasure just to watch his journey through basketball and on the homeschool community side of things. It's public, it's private, and then yes, there is a homeschool community that's hooping. All right, you guys out there and they hooping. So to my left, none other than the Victor's head basketball coach, Mr. Gerald Cornelius. Thank you, sir, for joining us. How are you doing today?
Doing good, man. Thank you for having me, man.
I appreciate it, man. So look, let's just hop right into it. First, introduce yourself to the world.
My name is Coach Gerald Cornelius. I'm a husband, father of 5, lover of Christ, man, and just excited about coaching young men to learn how to play the game of basketball and be a mentor in life.
That's good. So let's as we get into it, let's stay right there for a minute, right? Like you just mentioned, all those things, and I talk to men a lot of times, and it's like, yes, we're a father, yes, we are a working man, yes, we are, a coach, but ultimately, the thing that gets our why every morning is Christ, right? Is God, and you're the center of that when you talk about, what I like to say, the pillars of faith, family, and those types of things. So what's that journey like? Like, what's that journey like knowing that, all right, when that alarm clock goes off, and you get ready for work, and, you got your family there at home, then you got to go to a full-time job, and then at the end of that day, you got to find some type of energy to coach basketball, right? So what's a day-to-day in that type like for you?
Man, just first prayer, man. I mean, like you said, it is a lot involved when you're full-time employed,
right,
and a father, a husband, and trying to coach a high school basketball team.
Right.
So first and foremost, just getting that power, that strength that comes only from the Lord. That's kind of the first thing that gets my day leveled off, gets me going. And then just the calling that God's put on my life.
Yeah.
Like, I see coaching basketball as a ministry that He's placed me into.
Yep.
So first and foremost, I'm not a coach, I'm a Christian.
Amen.
And so everything I do leads off with that. So just kind of fully giving myself over to these things,
right,
knowing that that's the calling He's given me, and knowing that it's the responsibility.
Yeah.
So, days are long, you know what I'm saying? And, it's not always easy, but He continually gives me the strength, man, to get up and do what I need to do. And on those days that may not be as good as some other days,
right,
I have a great support system, my wife, my kids,
right,
good friends, good assistant coaches that pull me up, man, and give me that strength that I need, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that you say that. And I think it's, I may be wrong on the author, but I think it's Theodore Roosevelt has a poem or quote about the man in the arena, right? And he talks about, like, so many people worry about the wins and the losses, right? So many people worry about like just the shiny things, right? And really the victor, right? The winner is the one who just shows up.
That's it, man.
Right? Show up tired, show up scarred, showed up not in a good mood. But the fact that you showed up and understand that you have, 15 to 25 to 30 kids like ready to go and hungry, right? That don't care what you done the last 10 hours.
Don't care one bit.
Don't care.
Expect you to come in ready to go 100% every day, man.
Right, every day. So what's that like for you? Like, 10-hour day, them kids like, come on, coach, what we gonna do? And you walk in there and you like, all right, let's go.
Man, honestly, it's a journey, man.
Yeah.
Like it's a everyday getting that strength. You know what I'm saying? And I would be disingenuous to sit here and say every day I come in with the same amount of vigor as the next day. That's just not true.
Thank you to Season 2 sponsor, Dogwood Pediatric Dentistry. At Dogwood Pediatric Dentistry, they go far and beyond providing top-tier dental care in Flowood. They create a warm, fun, and compassionate environment where your child feels safe and valued. Their mission is to partner with parents in nurturing healthy smiles throughout your child's formative years. They are committed to offering state-of-the-art care while ensuring every visit is enjoyable and stress-free. Dogwood Pediatric Dentistry. You can reach them at 601-992-0007 or send them an email, dogwoodpediatricdentistry@gmail.com. Thank you, Dogwood Pediatric Dentistry.
And one thing I've learned in this process is there is a level of vulnerability that you have to have.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, some days I just don't have it, man.
Right.
Some games I just don't have it. And I've learned probably more so this last year to kind of seek God, to kind of get myself to equilibrium where I can say, okay, I don't have it today, Lord. I need your strength.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got to find this juice, so to speak, to get these guys, because like you said, they want it.
Right.
They expect me to come in the same coach, same aggressiveness, same vigor, and when they don't see that, they kind of like, okay, what's going on? They're not used to that. So this year especially, I've kind of learned just to, hey, I got to be consistent in how I bring it each and every practice, each and every game. And it's not easy, man. We're humans, you know what I'm saying? So there's an up and down that goes with it.
Yeah.
But man, when you have a good support system, it makes it so much easier, man. So much easier.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's good stuff. And then, like, speaking of your support system, like your sons, right, as part of that support system, but also players that's there sitting waiting for you to show up, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And so, I just training my son. I never had the opportunity to coach my oldest son, but just training him was like, I was like, okay, fine. You know what? I'm gonna pay somebody else to train him because I'm not finna deal with your attitude. Right?
Yeah, I know, buddy, man. You preaching now.
Right. And I mean, you've coached my son, right? So, like, what is that like coaching your son?
Man, it is a blessing to have the opportunity to coach my son.
Right.
It really is. But with that, there's some things that you have to navigate.
Yeah.
You know,
I
think it was a learning curve for them to kind of see, hey, coach and dad, and how do we kind of differentiate between coach mode and dad mode.
Right.
And even myself kind of compartmentalizing. You know, when I come in here, I'm coach.
Right.
Respect me as coach. Let's keep it like that.
Right.
And it seems like I've learned as I'm getting a little older, a little more mature, that I don't have to compartmentalize it. Right. Like sometimes even on the court, they need dad. Exactly. They don't need coach.
Right.
You know, they need me to talk to them a certain way.
Right.
And so I think this last year I've kind of grown more comfortable in just realizing I kind of just got to go with the flow. Yeah. I gotta go wherever that leads me, so to speak. And so I think we're starting to figure it out. You know, one thing about it, you notice one thing, something that works with one of your kids, may not work with the other one.
Right. Yeah.
So with Daniel, I make him be a little bit more vocal, a little bit more, hey, you need to get going.
Right.
With Caleb, I got to tone it back a little bit.
Right.
He's not gonna respond like that. So it's a blessing, man. I mean, I love the opportunity just being with him. Being able to speak into them. But one thing I have learned, I will tell you this, I can't want it for them.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And we get caught up in that. We're like,
Yep.
hey man,
Yep.
look, hey, let's do this. Get up and get your running in, get your shots up, and hey, you gotta have that.
Yep.
I can't make you have that.
Right.
So I'm kind of like, hey, this y'all journey.
Yep.
Dad done been there. That's over with for me.
Right.
So y'all on y'all journey. If y'all want it, y'all will go get it. But I'm past the phase of making you do different things.
Exactly right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's good. I mean that's really good because I remember my son Tristan, who's at Colin now, the summer of his 10th going to 11th grade year, he came to me and he was like, all right, Dad, I don't want to do AAU anymore. I just want to train and work on my craft, right? And then since that day, he came to me and was like, Dad, can you take me to the gym? Dad, can we go to the gym? And I knew then, I was like, okay, the light bulb then went off, right? When it, like to your point, right? When he decided that he wanted it and I didn't want it for him, and he took that ownership of his game, man, that's when I saw him elevate his game and take off.
That's it, man. One thing, just speaking on that, I've been training my boys probably the last 3 summers.
Mm-hmm.
And so this past summer, my oldest came, he was like, I'm good.
Right.
I'm like, what you mean you good?
Right.
Like, I don't need you to train me this summer. And that was like, oh, whoa, you know what I'm saying? What you mean you don't need, this is what we've been
basketball?
doing. Yeah. And he was like, no, I want to take ownership of it.
Okay, yeah.
And that was a little hard for me to navigate. I'm like, bro, I know what you need.
Right,
you don't know what, you ain't did this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know what you need. And he was like, nah, Dad.
Right.
And I said, okay, you know what? We're going to try it your way.
Right.
And we'll see how it work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at first I kind of got in my feelings a little bit. And I said, no, this is maturity.
Right, yeah.
Like he's taking ownership of it. Let me step back.
Yep.
And you want to train yourself? Go to work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's really good. So, John Wooden, he has one of my favorite quotes of all time of John Wooden. He says that basketball reveals character, it doesn't build it. So as a father, instilling principles and beliefs and core values and spirituality and all those types of things like that we want to put in our children, especially our boys. How have you been able to shape their character through the game of basketball?
Man, I think just consistently pushing those things that I know they're going to need in life to, number one, be godly men.
Right.
But to, number two, be mature and responsible men out here in this world.
Right.
So that starts with hard work.
Yep.
Starts with commitment.
Yep.
It starts with accountability. Like all those things we just preach.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I preach it in practice, and I try my best to preach it at home.
Right.
Like, let's be responsible for what we do. One thing I always stand on about, hey, even in chores,
Right.
like do your best.
Right.
Don't have your mom calling you back 3-4 times.
Right.
Do your best the first time.
Exactly right.
And that shows your character. So, man, I just try to continually. First, I need to live it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm not living it, I'm telling them, hey, do this and do that, but I'm not doing it.
Exactly.
That's just wasted breath, right?
True.
So I want to live it in front of them, and then I want to be vulnerable, man. I'm learning. You got to be vulnerable. When you mess up, you got to tell them, hey, look, man, I didn't do a good job.
Right.
So I want you to see that, like, that's not how we move.
Right.
So I got to get right, and then, you know what I'm saying, hey, let's get right together.
Right.
But, yeah, those core values, man, just each and every day trying to pour into them. Some days I do a good job.
Yeah.
Some days I don't do as good a job.
Right.
But just trying to stay consistent and keep coming back to those things so that they become kind of muscle memory, you know?
Yep, that's good. That's a good way to do it and a good way to look at it. All right, let's move to Victor's Homeschool Sports.
Okay.
And so unlike, and again, everything I know about homeschool, I've learned in the past 2 years.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And so now on this side, seeing, Check and Rack and the Friday program, I was like, I wish I would have known about this 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
I would have been deeply rooted in homeschool sports, right?
Yeah, that's a lot, man. A lot.
Like I was just clueless as to how much it really is out there, through the homeschool community. And so Victor's Homeschool Sports, I would imagine it's not like a public school, right? You take my alma mater, Terry.
Okay.
Right. So
Bulldog.
that's right.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So kids that from Terry, that live in Terry, that they go to Terry.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it be, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna go to Terry, right? And then like in the private school community, it's like year to year. Like now we're having our exit interview meetings, and we like, are you coming back next year? Like, right? Okay. Are you gonna play next year?
Yeah.
So like we just like hoping on a hope and a prayer that we have kids that return.
Yeah.
So in Victor's homeschool community and Victor's basketball, like What's that like? Like, what makes it unique?
Man, I would say probably first and foremost, the center of everything that Victor's Homeschool Sports does is Christ,
Yep.
the faith.
Yep.
That's the overarching
Right.
principle that we abide by, that we push, that we do everything from. So that would be a little different than your traditional school. So that's one thing that I love. Like, we're big about devotion before practices. We're big about praying. We're big about, coming alongside the young men when they're going through different things and steering them toward Christ as the solution.
Yep. Yep.
And Victor's organization does a great job of backing us up with that.
Mm-hmm.
And to what you said is different, man. Like, I come from a traditional school, right? So you get to practice every day.
Right.
So you come here and you get to practice 2-3 times a week if you're lucky.
Right.
Right.
If you can find a gym.
If you can find a gym.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
I come from a place where, hey, we went to school with each other for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
We knew each other.
Right.
We gained that cohesiveness and chemistry even from just going to class.
Right.
And so here, you got guys who don't see each other the whole day until they get to practice.
Right.
And now you're trying to gel all that and bring that together. So in that instance, it's different,
Yep.
and it's a learning curve to try to figure out, hey, how can I get these young men to play a high level of basketball when the context is different?
Exactly right. Right.
And I think as coaches in homeschool, if you don't figure that out first and foremost, it's going to be a long road, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real long road. So
Yeah.
that's one thing I've tried to just, brainstorm as to how can I make this as much like a traditional school when it comes to how we approach the game.
Right.
Still understanding it's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like for instance, my boys, they can wake up at 7 and go get up 150 shots in the morning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then go to school, take their classes at home, you know what I'm saying? And then come back at 12 or 2 and get another 150 up.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So in that instance, it's a little different. But that's kind of that key, that if you can turn that and get them to buy into that, you'll do well, man.
Okay, so with that, like, how do you build culture then? How do you build structure? How do you build accountability when you may only see the kids, 3 times a week, and that third time it's probably game day?
Yeah.
Right. So how do you build that culture and that accountability?
Man, you have to stand on what your principles are.
Yeah.
And you have to be consistent with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So one thing that has probably been uncomfortable for them is this bench.
Yeah.
This bench is the best teacher that you're going to get, man. And a lot of them don't understand that because the context they come from has either been, everybody gets to play, or, hey, I've been here 4 years. I played with this organization 4 years. I should be out here on the court.
Right.
Well, you'll get out here on the court if you play high-level basketball.
Exactly.
And I know it doesn't sound good sometimes to the parents and to the kids,
right?
But that's the only way I'm gonna show you the discipline and what you have to give to be good at this game, right? I always tell them, we'll be having discussion before practice. I say, look, if I put you in the game and you come down and you miss 5 shots, and you turn it over 3 times in a span of 4 minutes, you gotta come sit down.
Yeah,
simple as that. I cannot afford to leave you out here, and I don't care if you've been playing with this team for 4 or 5 years.
Right.
I can't afford to leave you out there. Now, here's what you need to do. You need to get better.
Yep.
You need to put the work in.
Yep.
And if you don't put the work in, these splinters are going to teach you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it, man. That's it. And then look, now we're turning the curve to where they're holding each other accountable.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So now everybody knows the culture because we had to change some things about the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's okay.
Right.
And so now the guys are kind of saying, okay, this is the culture. Like, if you don't come to practice, you're probably not going to start.
Exactly right. Yeah.
If you miss a game that's not for an agreed upon excuse,
right,
you're going to sit down.
Right. Yep.
And we tell this to the parents up front before the season starts. Hey, if you're not willing to do this and sign this contract,
right,
because we have a contract you have to sign, then your child doesn't need to play with us.
Yeah. That's good. That's a good philosophy. Yeah.
That's kind of how we're doing it. So I think we're starting to see the fruits of that. We got a young, we lost 10 seniors this year. And so we got a young group of guys coming up, and I think they're already understanding, okay, this is what it's going to be.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I saw you guys play. It was a tournament at the NBA before the season started.
Yeah.
And I saw you guys play, and I walked in there, and your game was going on. I stood and watched for a minute, and I like what I saw was like, man, them dudes hooping, like they playing hard, right? It's like, and so a lot of times, I can't think of who said it. It was someone said that hard work beat talent when talent fail hard work.
Oh yeah.
Right. And when I see your team play, that's what I think, man. Them guys work hard, and like they are getting rewarded. And your season was a reward for your hard work that I saw you guys putting in back then. And so when others come in and they see your team play for 5 minutes, what do you want them to take away from it?
Man, you said it, hard work.
Yeah.
Like, the misnomer about homeschool basketball is these guys can't hoop.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yep.
And honestly, that's just not true.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These guys have talent. They're just homeschooled.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right.
I think that, I think it just kind of, from my perspective, when you come see a Victor's game, number one, I want you to see these guys are working hard.
Right.
They're giving 100% while they're out there on their court.
Right.
If you see a guy who turns the ball over and doesn't run back down on defense, you'll see him sitting there.
Right.
And you'll
include your son.
Including my son, first and foremost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And while we're on that, let me just digress 1 second. One thing is coaches, especially coaches that coach their own children, you have to be fair across the line.
Right.
And my sons know this. If you're doing something, you don't get a pass.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to be right here getting them splinters just like everybody else. And all the other guys know that as well. So you have to do that. That's just one of my pet peeves. I see a lot of coaches who kids play and they'll get on other kids, and then your kid come down and do the same thing. You're like, no, we can't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hard work, let me get back to your question. Hard work, defense.
Yep.
Defense. I mean, I pride myself on defense.
Right.
So you're gonna see that, and you want to see high IQ basketball.
Right.
That's what we're trying to teach.
Right.
High IQ. Now we may not be the most athletic. We may not have 6'5", 6'6" guys, but we're gonna play smart defense.
Yep.
We're gonna hustle.
Yep.
And we're gonna do things. We're gonna respect the game and do things the right way. So. That's what I want people to see when they come. I want them to say, just like, man, I thought homeschool was this, that, and the other, and these guys hooping,
Right. Yep.
So,
yep.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. So, one of the hardest things that we have to instill, we have to try to teach parents is that, like, in season, it's no longer a coach's job to get your child better.
Oh no.
Right. We have 15 to 20 guys, and we're not going to spend 30 minutes working on your child how to dribble with his left hand and make a left-handed layup.
Can't
right?
do it.
It's not our job, right?
Mm-mm.
What we do as coaches, though, we take what parents send to us and we try to plug them in a position to be successful.
There you go.
Right. That's especially in season.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to your player development, like what do you think? Not just victors, but just players as a whole. What separates players who grow and players who stay the same?
Oh man. I would say first and foremost, man, a love for the game.
Yeah.
Like, do you love the game?
Right.
Or do you just like it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a big difference.
Yep. Yep.
You love the game, you're going to be willing to wake up at 7,
Right.
6,
Right.
get you running in.
Right.
If you love the game, you're going to get these 300 to 500 shots up a day.
Exactly. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you just like the game,
Yep.
You'll spend all night on the phone with your girlfriend right before the night of a game,
Right.
and mine not be ready the next day.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Or you'll stay up on the game, playing the game when you
Right.
need to be getting your mind right for what we're doing. That's if you like the game.
Yep.
So if you love the game, that's the first thing. For me, number 2 is discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Yep.
Like, are you disciplined enough to work out every day?
Yeah.
Because between now and the start of the season, just going back to what you said, that's where you get better.
Exactly.
If you're not putting the work in now, when season come around,
Yeah. It's too late.
it's too late. It's too late. So
Yep.
you got to
Yeah.
be disciplined. You got to have a love. And look, one of my pet peeves, man, no excuses.
Right.
I don't want to hear you were running as fast as you can, because you weren't. I can clearly tell a guy who's running back down the court at full speed.
Yep. Exactly.
So don't tell me that. Like, no excuses. Just get better.
Yep.
if I get on you, don't give me 100 reasons why you didn't. No, just say, okay, coach,
Right.
I got it.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
So I think those three are just core principles for me for a guy getting or a young lady getting much better at basketball. And you can see it as a coach. We see it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Guys that stay after practice, they get an extra 50 shots up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Guys that come in here and be like, hey, coach, on that pick and roll,
Yep.
I saw this and that. What do you think I should have did? They hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
And so the way they approach the game, I mean, that to me is just big off season and in season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I don't want to generalize it by saying, all kids, but there are a group of kids now, and this is a real podcast, so I try to be real, right? It's their parents' fault.
Yeah.
Right? They don't like hard coaching. And so one thing, my son Tristan, they were playing in the game, and he came down, he hit 2 pull-up threes, went to the basket, got a bucket, and he was back on defense clapping his hands. And while he was clapping his hands, his guy beat him from the corner, beat him back door, and got a layup. Okay. His coach took him out the game. He didn't get back on the court.
Yeah.
And like my mom and my wife, she why put Alex back in? Why they ain't putting him? Because he celebrating while his man got a layup.
Well, that's it. That's
but he just
great
hit.
coaching.
He just hit. Okay, we just gave up. That's what's more important.
Yeah.
And so like having kids that, like, to your point, that's hungry, right? That put in the extra work, and then we tell our guys, it's like we had a senior this year who, like, before game he was shooting, right? After practice he came in 7, 8 o'clock at night with the gun shooting, right? Working on this craft.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we tell our players, like, I trust him because I know he's putting in the work.
Yeah.
So I give him a little freedom to shoot a little bit different type of shots, right?
Definitely.
I've never seen you in the gym outside of practice.
Okay.
So no, I'm not going to trust you.
No. It's not hard, man.
It's not.
It's not hard, man. But to what you just said with your son, like, coach taught him an invaluable lesson.
Right.
Like that one backdoor cut may cost us a game in the championship.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so now, just that having been took out the game, I guarantee your son, that's logged in his memory from now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That, okay, that's not gonna happen again. And that's just great coaching, man. That's great coaching, man. And you know what else I see with parents, man? They don't understand the level of work it takes to be great at this game.
Yeah, exactly.
You ask them, hey, or they'll ask you, hey, Johnny's not getting a lot of playing time. Why not? Is he working out?
Right.
Oh, he go outside every day for 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Right.
And so they don't understand the level of commitment it takes. 20 minutes not going to do it.
Right.
30 minutes is not going to do it.
Nope.
You can't get up 30 shots in 30. You know what I'm saying? You can't work on your game.
Right.
So they have to understand that hard work is a direct correlation to getting better.
Exactly. Yep, that's true, man. They didn't understand that, right? It's like, when I have camps and I watch kids come in and grab a ball, and the first thing they do is do it. Shoot a three.
The ball, yeah.
Shoot a three.
Way out there.
That's the
not
first thing.
Not even a regular three. Steph Curry three.
Like, from the ball rack to the court, the first thing they do is shooting three. And I have to sit them down and get them to understand, like, Steph didn't wake up at 30 and like, you know what? I'm going to be the best three-point shooter in the world.
Okay.
He was at 5 making form shooting under the basket.
That's it.
Then at 7, he moved out. Then at 8, and then it's like, oh, don't give a 7th grader a ball that say 28.5 on it. No, that's a girl ball. I can't shoot with no girl. Like, but you taking a boy's ball and you yanking it from back here. You messing your form up, right? It's like, but just trying to get kids to understand that it's a process.
It's a process,
right?
man.
From Steph been shooting 150 to 300 shots when he was 5 years old.
That's it.
And not threes.
No.
I pulled up a Steph Curry warm-up, pregame warm-up, and he don't shoot his first three till like 30 minutes into the warm-up.
That's it, man. That's it. And they don't see that. They just see the threes. Right. They don't see the hard work.
Right.
That goes into. I told Dane this summer, I said, man, get you a midi.
Yep.
Like, that three's cool.
Yep.
That's a 30% shot at best.
Right.
For y'all. Get you a midi. Find you 2 spots.
Right.
That you can come down and go right to it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, let's move off the court a little bit and just talk about faith and influence.
Okay.
And you've been known, as a guy who impacts young lives. What does that mean, like, to you and to, like, when kids, you graduated 10 seniors, 2 years when they come back to a practice or they come to a game, like, what do you want them to say about their time with the Victors?
Man, just that they learn how to navigate life.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I'm saying? And navigate it the right way. Right? Putting God first. Leading with their faith, right?
Right.
And so a lot of what I do comes from just me going astray in life at a time, right? And not wanting to see these young men do the same thing.
Right.
So whatever I can do to help you not make the mistakes I made, man, I'm all for it, man. You know what I'm saying, 100%. So when these guys come back, if they ask, hey, what did coach instill? Hey, he just taught me how to be a man.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He taught me how to navigate some things. And, you know, we'll be in the middle of the court and, you know, we're talking because, you know, these guys getting older. We're talking about girlfriends.
Right. Exactly.
How you treat your girlfriend.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Are you going around with a bunch of girls, or are
Right.
you at least committed and faithful to having a girlfriend? Do you treat her right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those type of things.
Yeah.
And so just with that, respecting your parents, you know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm kind of big on. Look, life is going to throw you some curves.
Yep.
How are you going to respond?
Exactly. That's true.
Because trust me, it's coming a point in your life where something's not going to go the way you want it to go, and you have no control over it.
Exactly right. Yeah.
So how are you going to navigate as a man? How are you going to respond to it?
Yep.
And so when these guys come back and you know, or somebody asks them, hey, what did you learn from your time with Victors? Man, I just learned how to do life in a responsible manner.
Yeah.
You know, I learned some great things from my coaches that have helped me to navigate, you know, even the workplace.
Right.
Like, what you doing on your job? Are you lollygagging?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
or are
right,
you
right.
giving your employer a full day's work?
Exactly. Right.
You know?
Yep.
And so
Are you getting back on defense?
thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's character.
That's character.
That's character,
right.
man.
Character.
And those are the things that's not cute.
Right. Yeah.
Shooting threes is quote cute, but they don't win games.
Exactly.
Getting back on defense,
Right.
like you said. So yeah, man, that's my hope, man, that they just, you know, they've learned something. And look, I try to be transparent. I share with them my struggles because I don't want you to go down that road and never be able to say, oh, we weren't told. Now you were told.
Right.
You're making a decision now, and that's on you.
Exactly right.
But now, hey, God allowed you to have somebody in your life that told you, hey, this is what's gonna happen if you don't put these safeguards up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, I just try to be honest about it, man.
Yeah, that's good. Now, you know, with the Victors, you know, you guys have some other homeschool programs that you play against, but also, you know, you just get into tournaments, right? Whether it's private school, whether it's public school, like you just go to tournaments, right? And you just get kids as many games as you can. And so, what do you think? Like, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's just this year alone or it's just this is the first year it's been videoed, but you see a lot of like just chaos and turmoil going on in basketball courts.
Yeah.
Right. With players fighting referees, parents fighting players and referees. Like, it's just been a really chaotic year in basketball. And so what are some hard truths that you think parents miss when it comes to youth sports?
Man, number one, at the end of the day, man, this is a game.
Exactly.
It's an orange ball that we're trying to put.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? An orange ball that we're trying to put in a circle, a circle hoop, an orange circle hoop.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's bring it down. Like I'm on social media. I'm seeing these fights and even young kids, 6 or 7 years old, out here.
Right.
You know, throwing hands, and I'm like, you know, what's going on? But I think, you know, first and foremost, hey, as parents, we're responsible for that.
Right.
Like, we're not instilling in our children what needs to be instilled for them to know how to deal with, hey, you're gonna get popped in the mouth playing basketball.
Exactly, right.
You're gonna get an elbow.
Right.
It's a physical game.
Yeah, it's contact sports.
Contact. So you can't resort to that by wanting to, you know, fight and somebody say something to you didn't like.
Right.
Okay, well, that's part of the game.
Right.
So, you know, with my guys, man, it's zero tolerance for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We understand, and that's one thing I love about those guys, man. I've had to teach them up to be feisty.
Right.
You kind of have that dog, because when I first came in, man, there was no dog, man. And, you know, we had to kind of teach that, hey, we're homeschooled, but it's okay to get feisty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so as the years progressed, you know, I've kind of seen that come along. But hey, there's a level where we stop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're not fighting. And look, even in our conference,
Right.
Homeschool companies, we've had melees.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
not just, you know what I'm saying, it's all over the place.
Right.
And as parents, man, we just got to do a better job of teaching our children and to stop taking this the wrong way.
Yeah.
To keep it where it needs to be.
Right.
It's a game.
Right. Yeah.
Although we want to play at high level, we want to play at 100%, we want to give all we got.
Yep.
It's a game.
It's a game.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
it.
game.
Man.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a game. So as we get ready to wrap up, I always like to like give opportunities to like, you know, your best advice, right? Just based on where you are, where you come from, what you've been through, right? All those things, right? So you talk to the parents. Now, what about to like coaches, right? There's a young coach out there, you know, that's navigating, you know, getting into coaching, and regardless of what level or where they're at, you know, they have a young family. You know, they may even like be trying to navigate a full-time job, right? Other than don't do it, what advice would you give the young coaches
Okay. Man.
that want to impact, you know, young players as well?
Man, that's a loaded question there. Man, I think first and foremost, man, you got to really make sure this is something that's for you.
Right.
And if you have a wife and you have kids, you got to make sure they're on board.
Right.
Because you're going to need that support system.
Yeah.
When you're talking about, especially in homeschool side, when you're working a full-time job, you're getting off 2-3 times, you're going straight to practice.
Yep.
And then maybe some weeks 3 to 4 games a week.
Right.
If your spouse and your family is not on board with that, it's going to be difficult.
Yep.
So you got to make sure you got that straight first. I think secondly, man, just like these kids, we got to hone our craft too.
Exactly. Yep.
Like I see a lot of coaches that think you're just supposed to show up at the game.
Yeah.
And you just gonna figure it out.
Right. Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
don't worry.
Nah, just like you want them to work out,
Right.
like we need to critique ourselves.
Oh yeah.
What am I doing good? What am I doing bad?
Yeah,
There's a
that's good.
lot of
That's good.
things
Yep.
that I'm learning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And trying to get better at. And a lot of times that comes from failure.
Yep. Yep.
And so when I failed, I told my guys about 2 months ago I had a lapse in something I was doing while we were coaching. And so that next day I told them, like, this is a learning opportunity.
Right. Yeah.
Like, so first and foremost, I have to be clear with you guys. I messed up.
Right.
I'm not perfect as a coach. I'm learning just like you guys learning.
Right.
But I promise you, when you fail in something or something doesn't go right, what are you gonna do about it?
Exactly. Yeah.
So now that's on my list. I have to get better at that. What am I gonna put in place
Right.
to move on and not make that mistake again, right?
Right.
So as coaches, we gotta hone our craft. Go back and watch tape of how you coach, not just how you guys played.
Yeah.
What did you do well? And then here's another thing, man. Each individual player is different.
Right.
Right? So, and I think you alluded to this earlier. How am I putting each and every player in the best position for them?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So we're going to start back workouts here in May.
Exactly.
What I'm doing with this guy over here as far as working out, right? I may not need to be doing with this young man.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
He may need something else.
Yep.
Right? He may be a great finisher, but he can't shoot.
Right.
Right? So I don't need to waste that time in the gym with him
Right.
working on that. Right? We need to work on shooting.
Yep. Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And so we have to hone our craft, man. And that takes time.
It does.
It takes time. It takes a level of discipline, a level of devotion to the game.
Right.
And we owe our players that.
Yeah.
Right? We can't just show up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to
Right.
be the best we want to be, man. And so if you're not committed to doing that, and look, if you don't love it,
Right.
if you don't love it, and I understand, man,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you know the way I approach the game may be different.
Right.
If I can get your son a scholarship, that's great.
Yeah.
If I can help get your son to know Christ, that's ultimate for me.
Amen.
So I'm leading off with that from the jump,
Amen.
right? And a lot of parents don't rock with that.
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And look, that's cool.
That's cool. Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm more worried about your son's soul
Yep.
than I am about what's their field goal percentage.
Yep. Yeah.
Nah, I want to win. Don't get me wrong.
Right,
now.
right.
We're going to come out here and we're going to grind.
Right.
But
Right.
I also want to keep things in perspective because God called me to this to be a leader of souls.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And all this going to go away, bro.
Yep. It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to go away.
Yeah.
A small percentage of these guys are going to get college scholarships.
Yep.
Let's just be honest.
Yep. Yep.
So what are you doing after basketball?
Exactly. Right.
Right?
Right.
So that's more important to me. And I tell all the parents, look, that's what I'm about.
Yeah.
You know, and so as coaches, man, lean into it, do your due diligence, do your work, get godly people around you, man, people that support you.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing I've had this year is my assistant coaches
Yeah.
support me.
Yeah. Yep. That's good.
You know, get good men around you like you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, that are doing great things out here.
Yeah.
And that's who you need to have in your circle. They're gonna make you better. Iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
Don't seclude yourself over here and not want to ask this guy, hey, I saw you ran this. Is that something? Man, ask.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get better.
Right.
And
yeah,
man, just be locked in.
And when I first started here, right, God blessed me with the opportunity. Like I came in like thinking like, you know, wins and losses, right? That was my, you know, getting to that. And then God dealt with me. It really, he took me to took me back to the
to
shed.
Yeah. He good at that now.
Yeah. And he what I heard him say was, I didn't put you there to win games. Right? He said, I put you there to disciple men.
That's it, man.
Right? And I even personally told the players, said them now, I was like, look, it's my bad, right? Because I have not been doing what God sent me here to do, right? I care 1,000% more about your character than your scoring average.
That's it. 100%.
I'm here for your
100%.
character. I'm not here for your scoring average. Now, if we get your character right in the midst of doing that, you're gonna have a good scoring average.
Definitely.
But we gotta refocus our why.
That's it, man. That's the game plan, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's just amazing. You said that I've struggled, right? Same what you just said. That was me, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I think it was my wife. You know, she kind of has a great way of, you know, hitting me with them blows. You know, so we're coming back home from a loss, and man, I'm silent treatment, buddy.
Yeah.
I ain't talking to nobody in the car. I'm hot, you know. And it was like, through her, the Lord just kind of spoke to me like, "You doing this for you?"
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, you're doing this for you.
Right.
So you upset y'all lost because it looked bad on you.
Right.
You know, my boys trying to talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. You know, and I'm like, bro, I'm tripping. You know, but that's what it was. It was about me because a loss looked bad on me.
Right.
It was like the Lord's like, nah, bro, that ain't what I got you here for.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so to hear you say that, man, it's just a blessing to realize, man, you know, God working, bro.
Exactly.
God working there, and He's putting people in certain places to accomplish His mission. Man.
Yeah, right. And then what you alluded to is like, is also something that I like from that moment, from that whooping, where I had to go pick my own switch off the tree.
Yeah, them the best livers.
Right. It was like, you've been training kids based on where you see them are versus where they are right now. And you just said that about, well, I'm gonna work with this kid in this. If he got a jump shot, that's what we finna go to the gym. Right? If he don't have a jump shot, but he got a right hand, then we finna go. You know what I'm saying? And that was a hard transition for me to stop coaching potential and start coaching where they are right now today, right? And make who they are right now today, make that the best version of themselves.
That's it, man.
And once that becomes the best version, then we'll move on to the next level, right? But we can't focus on, you know, shooting threes when they can't yet make a layup. You know what I mean? Like we gotta pull that thing back up. And
levels to it, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
There's levels to it, man.
And to get kids, like, really, I mean, you know, to buy into that was also a challenge because kids like, but he's shooting threes. Why I can't shoot a three? Like, son, you can't make a layup. Like, let's do that first.
That's it, man.
Right? Yeah. You're gonna get to the three.
You're gonna get there. But it's a process.
It's a process, right?
It's a process, like, and you know, young people, they that's hard for them.
Yeah.
They're like instantaneous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so to get them to buy in, like just teaching these guys now, hey, let's run this pick and roll.
Yeah.
Right? Or you passing and cutting.
Right.
And you don't trust me.
Right.
So you pass and you stand and wait.
Exactly.
For the ball to come back to you.
Right.
Because you want to have the ball in your hands.
Right.
And so I'm consistently, hey, you got to cut.
Yep.
Now, if you don't cut,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And so they don't understand, hey, we gotta get the basics down first, man.
Right.
Pick and roll, pass and cut, that's basic basketball.
Exactly.
It's beautiful when we do it, so we gotta learn how to do it. You know?
Thank you for this season's sponsor, Power Financial Group. The mission of Power Financial Group is to glorify God by helping their clients be good managers of the resources entrusted to them. Whether it is investing for the future, planning for retirement, getting out of debt, or becoming a generous giver, their desire is to be your trusted partner on your financial journey. The team at Power Financial Group strives to serve their clients with integrity and excellence. Getting to know them, building a strong relationship with them, and helping them pursue their goals is the top priority. They take seriously their God-given responsibility to faithfully serve those families God entrusted to their care. That's Power Financial Group. They can be reached at 601-790-1180 or send them an email at info@powerfinancialclaims.com. Thank you again, Power Financial Group.
Yep.
So that's it, man.
So parents, that are out there watching and they want to, have more information about how to, come and be a part of your program, they thinking about, they already been on there. This is with their confirmation. I'm trying to decide to go to public or private or go to homeschool, right? And they thinking man, but my son, can't play basketball. So I don't want to make that transition, right? So those parents out there, they on the fence. This is their confirmation. How do they get connected with Victor's Homeschool Sports?
Man, just go to victorshomeschoolsports.com, man, and they can get all the information they need, man. All the sports we have: basketball, baseball, volleyball, track and field. Everything is up there, man.
Yeah, okay.
And then once they go there, they can fill out a form, email it, come straight to me, and we're good about getting right back to them. Man.
Okay.
So
Good
yeah,
deal.
definitely, man. And look, homeschooling is a sacrifice, man. And so you want to make sure that you're willing to make that sacrifice before you go into it, man. But hey, we hooping over here.
That's right.
Don't get it right. Hey, I know some of y'all still on the fence, but we hooping over here now. So best believe, man.
Yeah, I can contest to that.
Best believe, man.
All right, so the last question that I like to ask everyone at the end of the interview. All right.
Okay.
And there's only one right answer.
Okay.
All right. So question is, Jordan or LeBron?
Ooh, man. How you gonna do it like that, man? How you gonna do it like that? So, man. Grew up on Jordan, of course.
Yep.
Saw LeBron coming to the league, seen everything that he's done, but,
Yep.
Bro, gotta go LeBron, man. As much as it hurt me, as much as my allegiance is to Jordan, man, just all the way around, I gotta go LeBron.
Hey, I remember in the 90s, watching past the bedtime, right?
Man,
watching tape delay Bulls games.
Yeah.
And with the volume all the way down, because I wasn't supposed to have the TV on. So I grew up on Jordan too. However, come with ...
Come on. Preach, bro.
I tell people, I say, you know what, you're right. Jordan was the best player in the 90s.
Yeah, in the 90s. In the 90s.
Jordan was the best player. And then my other follow-up is, numbers don't lie, just people's feelings do.
Come on, man. Like I seen this guy since he was a kid.
Yeah.
Like all the way through.
Yep.
And I just gotta be objective.
Yeah. And then then I'd say not just on the court, right? So people say, I was like, well, he went to however many 8 straight finals, he only won 4 times. I said, well, how many times Tom Brady? No, I said, who the best quarterback of all time?
Okay.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
How many times Tom Brady lost in the Super Bowl?
Come on, man.
Okay, then.
Come on, man.
I was like, Eli Manning 2 for 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Is he the GOAT? Does that make him the GOAT?
Right.
Yeah. Like people's feelings get involved in it, and move. Hey, get your feelings out of it. Just make a straight up informed basketball decision.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm LeBron all the way. Man.
It's like he's handled everything.
Everything.
From the day one he stepped into the league.
Everything.
And not only has he handled everything on the court, you've never heard about he ain't beating his wife, he ain't had no outside kids.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He been all the kids, all his kids game that he can go to, he been there front row.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
All that
how could you
matters.
hate on somebody? He
All that
didn't
matters.
send kids through college, not got them to college, but paid for their entire 4 years of college. Like, how can you find something to hate on that bad?
And on top of that, he was willing to come to little old Jackson, Mississippi.
Exactly.
Man, that's just I don't care what you say, man. He was willing to come here. How many of your goats have been willing to come to Jackson? Come on, man. Hey, that's love. He got my vote from all the way, man.
All right, Coach, I appreciate your time,
man. I appreciate you having me, man. It's been a great convo, bro.
All right, appreciate it.
All right.
All right, y'all, appreciate you, man. Again, continue to click, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
And that wraps up another episode of the Discipleship Hoops podcast. If today's conversation added value to you, do me a favor. Like it, subscribe to the channel, and share this episode with a coach, a parent, or athlete who needs to hear it. We're building something bigger than basketball here. We're building leaders. If you or your business would like to sponsor an upcoming episode and partner with us in impacting the next generation, visit our website at www.jimmyLLucas.com or send us a direct message. We love to connect. Until next time, keep raising the standard, keep leading with purpose, and remember, the game is the platform, leadership is the mission. Believe, build, ball.